Hi everyone, this is Scott Weidenkibowitz, and I am very excited to share with you this new preset bundle that I have available called Bag of Glass. And the reason why I'm calling it Bag of Glass is because it's actually designed to sort of replicate a variety of neutral density filters and a few other filters. So let's take a look. So as you can see here, I have a photo. It's been edited a little bit, but there's no none of the effects from this Bag of Glass bundle are applied to it. But as you can see here, there's a variety. I actually have 66 presets in this bundle. And it actually goes from 0.3 stops up to 3 stops of different neutral density, hard grads, soft grads, and you can see here the CPL is actually grads with circular polarizers. So to give you an idea of the most subtle versions of these filters, here's the 0.3 stop hard grad filter, neutral density, and you can see it just darkened the sky, but it stopped a little bit. Let's say we go to a soft grad. It went a little bit more. Now let's darken it so you can really see the effect. So I'm going to go down to a 1.5 stop. So here's a 1.5 stop hard grad. You can see the gradation's right here, but it just sort of stops. So here's a 1.5 stop soft grad. You can see it's smoother. Now, I also have the CPL version, so here's the 1.5 stop soft grad, and here it is with the circular polarizer addition onto this. So let's dig in a little bit and show you what these are doing. So let's go back to the soft grad, and you can see here, if I go to the graduated filter that's right here, looking at the graduated filter, you can see that it's actually going down 1.5 in the exposure. That is 1.5 stops. Now, if I go to the gradual with the CPL, you can see that in addition, it's doing plus 15 contrast, minus 5 highlights, plus 10 in clarity, and plus 10 of saturation. So it's actually adding sort of a circular polarizer type effect on top of your graduated filter, reducing the exposure. Now, of course, like anything else in Lightroom, this is non-destructive, which means you can actually adjust this, you can move this around. So if it's not exactly where your horizon line is, you can adjust that. Or if you want this filter, but not above the horizon, but actually below, you can just grab and twist. And now you have it for the bottom portion of the photo. Now obviously in this photo it doesn't work well, so I'm going to reverse it. And I'm actually going to bring it back up. And I'm going to stop it right above these trees, because otherwise it doesn't really work so well. So now I might not do this for this photo because of the trees, but this is just so you can get an idea. So now let's say, I'm good with that, let's say we want to reset this, or actually let's just undo. You can actually see what we just did. Let's undo those. Okay, so here's the photo the way it was, and we're going to go back to develop, and now let's say, so before I keep going, so we have the 0.3 stop, we have the 0.45, the 0.90, the 0.60, the 0.75, so you can see it's a wide range of like different depths of or different densities of the neutral density filter, or 1 stop, 1.5 stop, 2 stop, so you can see how dark it's getting, 2.5 stop, and then 3 stop. Now, something very important to note about these filters is that it's not actually a neutral density filter, which means you're not actually going to be smoothing out skies and water, to get rid of waves, you're not going to remove people from it. So it's not actually going to extend your exposure, of course, but it will act as darkening like a neutral density filter will do. But there's a couple other things that we can do. So let's again reverse that and let's stick with the 0.3. So here's the 0.3, we'll do that just for the time being. Now, I also added an 80 filter. So this is actually replicating an 80 filter. It's 2 stops. It's a blue tone gradual filter. So if we pull up the graduated filter, and we select in there, you'll see it's 2-stop reduction with the nice blue tone that works really well in skies. Okay, let's reverse that. Now we have the amber, so same thing, but it's an amber tint. works very well as well in certain scenes. The next thing I added was sort of a combination of the two, so I added a blue highlight amber shadows filter. Now this is a sort of a cross-processing effect. If you go to split toning, you can actually increase the saturation or decrease the saturation for both highlight and the shadows, and then you can change the balance to whatever suits your photo and your processing. The next filter I have, let's undo these again. The next filter I have is a soft gradient bottom. Now watch what happens. See that? The water got smoother. So this is really nice for actually smoothing out water, or soft gradual top, smoothing out the skies. Now, there's a downside to this. As you can see in soft gradual bottom, it's actually blurring. Let's do it before and after. It's actually blurring the ground here. So if we go into that, choose the graduated filter, you can see the clarity is -70 and the sharpness is -65. And as you can see, it is actually blurring the ground, which we don't want. So we can actually take this graduated filter and turn it, and now it's not going to hit the ground, it's only going to hit the water. So let's do it before and after. There's before, and there's after. Okay, so let's say we're good with that. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the softer radial. So let's take a look at this. So softer radial actually requires Lightroom 5. So if we pull up the radial now while I'm in this preset, you can see that there's a little radial selector right here, and it's a big round circle. Now I can actually make this fit on the water and not touch the ground without actually using the graduated filter. Now I can get very precise if I wanted to, and use a multiple of these. You can actually duplicate this, but you get the idea. It will smooth out the water because it's minus in clarity and minus in sharpness. So these are the different presets that I included in Bag of Glass. Just remember, presets are a starting point. Always adjust so that it works with your photo, and you'll do very well with them. So now I want to show you how do you install these. So if we pull up your preferences for your Lightroom, and you go to presets, you can hit show Lightroom presets folder, and all you have to do is in that folder go to develop presets and drag the folder Bag of Glass into develop presets. The other way you can do it is by going up here and right clicking and hitting import, and then it'll import all those filters at once. So either way you want to do it, that's how you can do it. So again, it's $5, Bag of Glass. I hope you enjoy the presets. Thanks for watching.